Well, welcome in, everybody, to another BVarsity Live. This is BVarsity for May the 7th, and we are downtown at the Californian Studios. I'm Zach Ewing alongside Trevor Horn. We're going to open the show today. A little breaking news, Trevor.
Yeah, Sheldon Croney, senior at Ridgeview High School, according to Bakersfield Police Department, did suffer a self-inflicted accidental gunshot wound in his left hand on Tuesday afternoon. According to BPD, there was an accidental shooting at the residence at the 4300 block of Rock Lane Drive. And then sometime before 2:30 p.m., Croney, who was 18, was then transported by a friend to a home at the 3500 block of Cathedral Rose, where someone within the home called the authorities. Croney was then transported to Kern Medical Center. And according to BPD reports, there are no charges anticipated because it does appear to be an accidental self-inflicted gunshot wound. As we know, Sheldon Croney was a two-time BVarsity All-Area Offensive Player of the Year, 2013 at Garces, where he played his first 3 years in high school, and then he moved on to Ridgeview last season, and he is a Iowa State bound. He was supposed to contend for the starting running back position for the Cyclones this year. All of that is left up into the air. The only information that we have is from BPD. We have not had any reports from Kern High School School District or Ridgeview or anybody within the Croney household. So more information to come on this, but as far as we know, these are official reports from BPD on a self-inflicted accidental gunshot wound to the left hand of Sheldon Croney on Tuesday.
So we like to lead our show with the bad news and save the good news for later. So we got that out of the way. So basically, I like how you say self-inflicted accidental gun. You sound like a cop.
Well,
he shot himself on accident.
Yeah,
and that's
this is something that we've heard about for a few days
something
now.
we heard about Tuesday, and we hope he's okay. We don't have a word on his condition. What we've heard is that he's doing okay, but that's not confirmed. We haven't heard from him. So
no, we have nothing confirmed. We've had a lot of different rumors coming in, but one of the things we do here at the California is we wait to make sure that we get the facts before we report it on anything. So it wasn't something that we didn't know about. We just wanted to make sure that we had all the facts because we're not going to send out some misinformation about something this serious.
Right, and we just had Sheldon on the show a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, we did. He's actually right here in this chair with us.
Obviously a great kid. We all know him, and we all wish him the best. So hopefully that's all the news to come on that story is good news. So with that out of the way, we're going to move on to our regularly scheduled programming. And the gentleman to my left had a pretty good day on Monday. Dan Lemon down at the end. He is the Stockdale boys golf coach, and this is Jared Kinoshita, and that's Stockdale's top player and the area champion and captain of the team area champions. So congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
And
thanks a lot, Zach.
If you don't mind getting real close up to those mics for
You
me,
got it.
that way they won't lose your voice.
Not a problem.
So I was there on Monday, and Jared, we'll start with you. I mean, you sort of led the charge here. Shot a 70 at Sundale. Really just it sounded like the round just went according to plan.
Yeah, everything was going my way. I was having one of those days where putts were falling when I needed to, hitting shots when I needed to.
Is that the best you've shot at Sundale before? Or?
At Sundale, yes.
Okay, so that was the right time to pull that out of the bag. Yeah. You mentioned to me on Monday putts were falling for you. That was, and you just said it again, but it was a case where you can put yourself in position, you can hit greens, but you got to hit those putts, or it all goes to pot. So anything differently you're doing with the putter? Were you just feeling it?
No, I think I was just feeling it, because I was ball striking, everything was just as normal, like a normal day. But putts are falling. I think just had a good day. I think so. I didn't change anything. It was just feeling good that day.
Sure. Now, Dan, you were out with another group on the course, which I think left a good hour after he started. So did you get to see him play?
I didn't. I saw him drain a couple putts.
Just looking across fairways, sort of.
Yeah, and that's all you can do. You have to help out, score keep,
Sure.
do what you have to do, and then you're just hoping your guys do it. But these guys are so good. They're all the top guys in the SWIL, tee to green. They're not missing greens. Things like it's who's rolling the putter that day. There's a handful of guys that can win, and he's in the top every week. He's kind of like Jim Furyk. He cashes checks all the time.
Cashing checks.
Not quite yet, but we'll get to that actually.
Oh, yeah.
And Dan Lemon, for those who don't know, longtime Stockdale baseball coach, won a couple of section championships there, and now a chance to do that in golf. The next step is Tuesday in Madera, what's now called Dragonfly Country Club, Dragonfly Golf Club, used to be Riverbend Golf Club. What do you guys know about that course, and what's your feeling for Tuesday?
Well, we played a practice round yesterday.
Okay.
The guys all shot really well. Got a good idea about things. Greens were rolling well. They were rolling probably what do you think, Jared? 11s, 10s? So not quite as fast as, BCC or Rio Bravo or Stockdale, Seven Oaks, but they were rolling good. Kids, it was a good test. The wind came up a little bit, and in that canyon, it does get windy in the afternoons. So, we tried to prepare them for what it's going to be like, and we think they're going to do fine.
Now, you're trying to play at around the same time you'll be playing on Tuesday, so you can sort of simulate the conditions as best you can.
Exactly. And, we've got some weather coming in this afternoon. I know that's going to soften up the greens a little bit. They were a little firm yesterday. But these guys, they know what they're doing. They know how far their rollout is. They know how far their carry is. They're just fun to watch.
Yeah, well, I was going to ask you about that. How do they, longtime baseball coach, you retired from that a couple of years ago. How do they sucker you into being the golf coach? I know you like working with the kids, so maybe it wasn't a hard sell.
Oh, I do. And I've known Jared, since he's come in as a freshman, and always thought the world of him. Jared could have been a starting baseball player for us. He's got that kind of athletic ability. He's a competitor. But it's been a different experience with the golf because these guys are so competent, and fact is, I don't really know a whole lot.
Well,
I
a lot of
stay out of the way.
Yeah, a lot of the top players have their own swing coaches and things on the side, or they practice on the side, and that sort of leads me to my next point. This team competition Tuesday, I mean, I can just tell by talking to you guys the last few days, it's important to you. Your entire golf career has been as an individual. It's working on your game. What do I need to do? Who do I need to see? What courses do I need to play? Now we're talking about the team. How much do you enjoy that aspect of high school golf?
I think that's the best part because you're getting so close throughout the whole season, going on advanced trips, practice rounds, tournaments once a week, and you become so close, like, you don't want to let your teammate down.
Right.
So you just want to be able to perform at your top level for your team and do your part.
When you're playing, is it different? Or are you still so focused on your own round you don't worry about that stuff until afterwards? Or are you looking behind you and how are you shooting? How is Blake shooting? All those sort of things.
I mean, I think it's pretty similar. I mean, like during team, I'll ask around a lot more, like, hey, do you know what my teammate's at, such and such. But yeah, it's pretty much the same mentality.
So obviously you have to focus on your own game, but
yeah.
But you get that a lot in high school sports that are individual but also team. That you have to focus on your game, but the whole point is the team, and that lends a different aspect to it than when you're just out there playing a junior tournament or something. So that's very cool. Dan, tell us a little bit, or maybe I should let Jared do it, about your teammates. I mean, you're so deep. Blake Burrell, the area champion from last year, plays 4th or 5th for you on a typical week, right? As the number 4 or 5 golfer.
He actually won individual Valley last year.
Yeah, that's right. He won the whole Valley. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that says a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Who are the guys? Yeah,
our depth is amazing. We will actually have guys this week that won't travel next week, that if they could have made our lineup for last week would be playing in the Valley individual. They're that quality. It's nice for practice. It's a dogfight every day to see who's going to be in the lineup.
And the iron fist of Dan Lemon rules.
Oh, yeah. It's, such an iron fist. But you can't design a better practice than what these guys do when they go out and battle each other out. It's competition. And the thing, what I've seen about golf, you can't take a pitch. If it's a bad pitch, you can take it.
Right.
In golf, you've got to hit the shot. If you're up against a root or tree or buried under some, grass, you've got to hit the shot.
Yeah, you don't get to take ball 1 there.
No, and it's different. At least in the batter's box, it's flat. On golf, you might be on a hill, you might be in the sand trap, just different places. So these guys have to do a lot of adjusting, and with Coach Kern at Cal State talks about 10,000 hours, and I know a lot of people do, and it's so important when you master something, for most people it is about 10,000 hours to have full mastery.
That's the Malcolm Gladwell approach.
Yeah, and I really believe that.
So how do you the depth is so good. Obviously, you have a few guys are going to start every week. But when you're battling for those last few spots, you have weekly competitions. Is it just low score? I mean, how do you decide who gets to play?
Yeah, pretty much. We're driving home. Everybody's talking about the day. Mm-hmm. They're around. And they ask me, hey, how are we going to do the playoff next? Or when are we playing off? And then my response is always what?
I'll sleep on it.
I got to sleep on it. And my biggest thing, I want to be fair with the kids.
Sure.
This isn't about me. It's not my ego. It's completely about them. I want to be fair, yet we have a responsibility that we have to put the best players out there. This isn't AYSO. This is competitive high school sports. Not everybody gets a trophy. You've got to wear it when you don't play well, and you've got to be, a good person when things do go well.
Sure.
Still athletics, they learn a lot, but the weekly competition it's intense. I think we had 7 guys going for one spot.
Wow. So is that match play? I mean, how do you?
No, it's medal play,
Okay.
and so we're adding up the scores, and so 7 guys. We send off a threesome. We send off a foursome. The guys that are in the lineup for the following week are practicing to get ready for the match, and a lot of times there's a sudden death playoff. So it's great competition for them during the week also.
That might be the most pressure-filled thing of all. Now you say being fair. I mean, could Jared's spot be at risk on a given week? I mean, or does he have to go out there too, or are there some that are locked in?
Jared's spot is always at risk. No, he's solid. I think we had one week where, hey, he didn't shoot well, but he's been our low medalist. I think he's the 2nd or 3rd lowest medalist all year in Kern County. My job, we still have to put the best guys out there.
Absolutely.
If he has an off day for him is maybe 78. Yeah, he might get through qualifying a little easier. He might not have to qualify the next week, but I think that's only happened once, isn't it?
If it happened 2 or 3 times, maybe that'd be a different animal. But
one time he didn't qualify, and I just told the guys, and the guys were like, "Well, we want him. We don't want him to.
We want to win. Yeah,
we want to win." And it's about Stockdale High School. That's the team concept. It's not strictly about yourself. It's what can you do to help Stockdale High School.
Sure. Jared, when you were a freshman, sophomore, I assume you had to go through qualifying at some point.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Is that as pressure packed as it sounds to just to make the team? I mean,
No, yeah, the hardest part is to get to the tournament, not playing.
Right.
Playing is an easy part, but just be able to be able to play on the playing team is.
which is and in one way, it's the inequality of golf in the city, because you get some schools where they can't even find 6 guys to play. Yeah. You guys could field a B team that would be the 2nd or 3rd best team in town probably, and that's just sort of how it goes. But that's the school you have, and that's the team you have now. Competition for Tuesday. Where are you? I mean, Clovis West, I know, is always the monster. Is that who you feel like you have to beat? Is there somebody else, who's another horse in the race?
Well, there's Bullard also.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them are very quality teams. They both played in our preseason tournament at Seven Oaks. We play it from the tips. It's around 7,200. We don't make it easy. We beat them by 1. We tied with Buchanan. We won on the playoff, but Clovis West was 1 shot off.
Wow.
They're good. I mean, don't let the score they shot yesterday affect anything.
Well, I think they shot, a 380?
383.
And you shot 378, so even it's close. I mean,
it's it's going to be a dogfight, and it's who's rolling the ball the best and staying away from big numbers, not making mistakes. A bogey, sometimes you're going to have to take a bogey, and that's a good thing.
Yeah. Jared, are you comparing in your threesome or your foursome, I got to beat the Clovis West guy, I got to beat the Bullard guy, just to do your part?
Well, yeah, I feel like I have to be every single person in my group to do my part, and maybe pick up a couple extra shots in case, say, our 5th man isn't as strong as their 5th man.
Mm-hmm.
Try and pick up the slack a little bit. Just beat everybody in your group. That's kind of the way I look at it.
Yeah, I want to get more into sort of the aspect as you as team captain, because that's an interesting position in golf. We got to take a quick break, so we'll be back for a few more minutes if you guys will be happy enough to come back for us.
Sure.
And we'll be 3 minutes back on BVarsity Live.